So, one of the most annoying criticisms I get for driving an electric car is the whole issue surrounding the coal-powered car. And I've talked about this before, but I wanted to take it a little bit more in depth and show just how ridiculous those types of statements are. First of all, the argument goes like this. Sure, you have an electric car on one hand and a gasoline car on the other. And sure, the gasoline car produces pollution at the tailpipe. But the electric car is powered by coal at the electric company, which produces just as much or more pollution than the gasoline car. And so they say, us stupid liberals are just wasting our time with these electric cars since they're just coal powered anyway. So I'm going to give 5 really good reasons why this whole argument is hogwash. I'm going to start with reason number 1, which is the fact that I am actually a Republican and proud of it. In which case, it's not just liberals and Democrats that want electric cars. It happens to be quite a bipartisan movement. Reason number 2. This whole concept is flawed because now you've stopped comparing the pollution from the car and started talking about the pollution created in generating the car's fuel. But if we're to do that, then we also need to do that for the gasoline car. Where does its fuel come from, and how much pollution comes from the production of that fuel? Well, we start by drilling for oil, which consumes a lot of energy. And then we use a lot of energy to pump that fuel out of the ground. And then we use a bunch more energy hauling that oil across the ocean. Then we use a ton more energy to refine the oil into gasoline. And then we have to truck that gasoline to your local gas station, where you can fill up your car. Now the truth is, nobody but the oil companies knows exactly how much pollution is produced during all of this process, and they aren't telling. But ask any expert and they will agree that the amount of pollution produced making this fuel is much more than burning coal. In which case the gasoline car most definitely puts out way more pollution than the electric car. And reason number 3 that this whole thing is hogwash is that you're under the assumption that we actually care about CO2 emissions. And of course, CO2 is the main byproduct of burning coal, but it is not considered an air pollutant. It is, of course, constituently the main part of global warming, but it is not an air pollutant. Now, not to say that we don't care about global warming, but your argument about the coal-powered car seems to center over the whole fact that of global warming is our main reason for wanting to buy an electric car. And well, you're wrong. I have placed several polls out on the internet to find out what people's main motivation would be for buying an electric car. And you may find the answers to be quite surprising. Here are the top 5 reasons anonymous voters gave for wanting to purchase an electric car. Number 1, because they want their country to be energy independent. Number 2, because it's just cool. It's high tech, and gasoline cars are so 20th century. Reason number 3 was to reduce air pollution. But please note that this is different from global warming, which is from CO2, which is the controversy surrounding coal. Number 4, because they hate going to the gas station. It's inconvenient compared with charging up at home. And number 5 was to stop funding terrorists. So global warming was way down on the list, like number 10 or something like that. So this just goes to prove that the main motivating factor behind most people's intent to purchase an electric car has nothing to do with a concern of global warming, hence burning CO2, hence burning coal. So, back to our list of 5 reasons why this whole thing is dumb. Reason number 4. Due to the fact that our electricity comes from a variety of sources in the United States, less than half of our power comes from coal. The rest are from natural gas, nuclear, and renewable sources such as solar, wind, and hydroelectric. All of these sources are cleaner than coal. Now, since I live in Texas, my electricity actually uses even less coal. Here, we only use 36% coal. Okay, for my last argument, look at this map, which shows where the USA gets most of its oil. Yes, we make some of that ourselves, but most of it comes from these other countries highlighted in blue. That means we are constantly sending all of our money out of our own country and into these other countries, which is very bad for our economy. But what about coal? Where do we get all of our coal? Oh look, all of our coal comes right from the good old USA. That means the money stays in our economy and we're not dependent on any foreign country. So, having said all of that, I have to say, bring on the coal-powered cars. I like coal-powered cars. Coal-powered cars are cool. Coal-powered cars mean energy independence, economic sustainability, and of course, it's cleaner burning than gasoline. So, yeah, even if they are powered by coal, that's great. I have no problem with that.